transit forecast report. This is the piece dealer. And well, I hope you gain, of course, the utmost of quality from this report. Let's get it. We do see that we are in Leo season. So Leo season is going to do its job of putting us in a position to not only develop our hearts, but because we know this is in your 10th house, this realistically puts you in the position to come into the success that you've already put in work since Scorpio season of last year. Of course, relative to how every single year you come into this notion of transforming your personality, first house relative to every year, your debut, then of course you complete this cycle every year, May, when you come into Taurus season and you manifest the potential of these partnerships. This was very important because you just concluded your nodal return. I'm very excited to see you again. I think that's going to be cool, by the way. You completed your nodal return. And so this, relative to the past 10 years, has completed the full transformation of your personality post Saturn return and is now reflecting the truer quality of relationships that you induced this very hardcore level of innovation through. Once again, you have one of the most incredible alien constructs. So a huge difficulty is maintaining that challenge of value in your partnerships to take into account this wisdom of yourself. If you think you brought your own self and wisdom from an ancient place and you're using that to manifest value for other people, but finding the right people who can match that vibration must have been difficult. And that's where with Jupiter and Uranus in the 7th now post-nodal return, you have completed an initial sense of construction relative to partnerships that can now support more understanding and wealth. I'm going to just be honest. Taurus 7th house is wealthy partnerships. Let's just be completely real. And Uranus, that's king-cuncing your Sagittarius, is through other people, having you manifest elements of your behavior and creativity with how your inner child is stimulated due to the 5th house nature of Taurus to Capricorn. So by the time we get to Leo, you're coming into the success that you drew from partnering with other people through the transformation of your mind and the ascension of your feelings. Boom. This has now strengthened the quality of your 10th. So over the next 3 months, we're going to conclude what we started last year as we were finishing off the nodal return with the eclipse that we actually had to unlock your personality. Now, the North Node is in Aries. So you are unlocking the spiritual beliefs and the unconscious habits that are maintained socializing with other people so that you can form newly individually created habits and routines. This is the process of developing a brand new lifestyle. Relative to this being your workhouse, the way you work gonna be different. And because you're now expanding the quality of your partnerships, the beginning of this year for the first 5 months, was you evolving what more you can do in your lifestyle. And most importantly, as a Capricorn sun, how you shift the comfort zone of how much more or less comfortable you are living out your routine. Let's get it. That's just straight math. So now that you've evolved this, the North Node is aligning with destiny, what you're meant to do before Saturn comes through and now constructs this post 2025. And this is beautiful because this is when Saturn will begin to trine your Saturn. You have, since your Saturn return, manifested it in Capricorn 2020 and then completed the activation through 2021. This completion of activation is what's happening for us born 1990 with Saturn and Cap in 88 and 89, where we're starting to finish our activation as it's blossoming in Pisces. Well, you finished your activation as it blossomed in Aquarius because you have authority over vision. And with Uranus, it's supernatural. And with Venus, it's mastered through your heart. So you can literally manifest supernatural visions through your heart that Saturn gives you full command of, so that the quality of what you're seeing isn't fugazi. You're coming into claircognizant supernatural visions that could literally experience themselves as just thoughts with Mercury. Now, Chiron is the healing with which you trigger the shit out of people because they never want to hear the truth from what you see. And it is what it is. But what's also key here is this vision manifested integrity and power through the Capricorn transit, and it activated the blossoming of the knowledge of what you're seeing, hence developing the skill and ability to see, because now you know what you're seeing, that Jupiter evolved. And now that you've finished activating it, you're ready to integrate your return. So from Saturn, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus, that's integration, boom, full 180-degree completion, coming by the 2029-2030 area. Which 2031 is going to be lit, because that's when Saturn and Uranus is going to be Gemini, opposite y'all Saturn and Uranus. So you guys born 85 and 86, you're coming into one of the most radical completions in an age where technology will finally reach the vision you guys have seen it can be. Which is really important, because now the integration from Saturn and Pisces is shifting the quality of how you believe in your own capacity to manifest at will these supernatural visions, especially through the Neptune portal that now adds LSD droplets to how you're able to see beyond reality. So this in your fifth house is going to struggle. When Saturn went through my fifth, before it, I wasn't straight on what I loved. I knew I loved to perform and rap and do all that stuff, but it wasn't really serious as more than a hobby until Saturn went through it. Then now it's serious. It's what I do. So like, this is really constructing how divinely you form the abilities around your talents, merging the third house to your sun and the fifth house to your Scorpio rising. So I wanted to get that out the way, because knowing that this is all occurring means that over the next 3 months, this Leo season is preparing you to reevaluate the quality of success that you aim for and you are currently coming into. The square from Venus retrograde and the sun to Jupiter at current is literally shifting the value of your partnerships relative to what kind of success you can achieve with them. Especially because this expansion of the quality of your relationships expands what more success you'll see as possible. And with Venus retrograding, putting yourself out there during this period will help you deal with the right people. Because when Venus is in the MC and you raise your hand, the teacher is going to pick you. The teacher unconsciously is going to see, oh, wow, you stick out. Boom, they're going to pick you. Whether they know it was a bias because you're beautiful or not, or Venus is polishing it, that's kind of the analogy there. And so this, of course, as can be seen statistically through case study, will show how during transits like this, putting yourself out there literally gets you more visible, literally enables you to make the proper mistakes with the retrograde so that you can reevaluate what you find pleasurable. Of course, through this period, what you used to find successful, you're not going to find as much. You're going to probably evolve to a higher level and desire more things to come into this success. The reason why this is important, though, is because post the Saturn transit through your fourth, I think this is going to really change your approach towards coming into extra money, especially because now Venus is trining your Venus, which is trining the nodes. So this grand fire trine is passionately aligning you to the lifestyle you are literally meant to live to secure the success. Bars. Once we step into Virgo season, this is going to manifest this change of behavior because you are directly coming into the gross pay, the results and rewards from the career actions or quality that you strengthen. This is really during Leo season based on how you challenge yourself out your comfort zone to perform to society and really express what it is you want to put out there. We know that Leo season is 8th house from your Cap Sun. So this is going to be you coming into success through dealing with other people and drawing boundaries relative to who you take your knowledge that you're comfortable sharing and express that to on stage. You're taking the memorized lines that you perform on stage to bring you more success. And so Virgo is going to analyze and break down what analysis of rewards you gain from this passage. This is where Mercury's retrograde is not only going to reevaluate how you connect with the friends around you and the respective cycles that will bring a new cycle of friendships around you, but trying the Taurus energy, the strengthened quality of these partnerships will start to reflect into new friendships, into how these people can belong into your world. And the most important part over 2023 and 2024 is that the opposition in Neptune and Saturn is going to adjust how creatively you can take elements of your imagination and perform them for real in society. And to also adjust how well the creative element of your abilities are mastered through your philosophical approach of how to use them, how to express them, and what kind of results and experience you gain. This is where through the Virgo retrograde with Mercury and the Sun transit, we're going to see post-August into September this challenge and shifting of the vision, because all your Sag energy is going to challenge it, because you're going to be aware of the details, but of course your Sag is going to be intuitively seeing the higher meaning of this, and it's going to influence how you see your value increasing. Because everything you did in Leo season by Sag, you're going to liquidate, and you're going to get a lot of money. Even if this money is just extra freedom, extra joy, all aligned towards how you're forming your lifestyle. So by Virgo season, the actions you're taking to align the destiny of your routine are transforming your social circle and also what kind of rewards you're gaining, right? This is going to reevaluate how you really analyze what's coming into play. But I have to emphasize again, the strengthened quality from Taurus is going to add a lot more quality to what you're aware of. And all of that shifting of perspective is going to influence the cardinal direction you move forward with others, so that you can step into this eclipse, which will quintessentially begin the process of permanently releasing unconscious habits and beliefs that no longer serve you and no longer apply to you. And this is where it's cool that your 6th and 12th house are completely empty, because this allows for a free space of potential to really, through these transits, align themselves. And now, because you were born on a full moon, your sun and moon will tap into these nodal squares. And this puts you in a position to once again not only be aware of these unconscious habits induced by other people, but this is going to put you on a 6-month straight shot so that you're releasing these habits. Coming into Capricorn, you're developing new attitudes, and then coming into Aries, you're integrating that new attitude into this lifestyle you're destined to have. Boom, eclipse in Aries, that's going to lead 6 months back to Libra, so that the installment of this new individual passionate lifestyle now brings up new unconscious habits you're going to release as we do every year. So just really allow this Libra season to inspire you to just fall back, relax. 12th house transits could be very lethargic in nature, but this is going to put you down in that destiny portal and show you a whole lot of relationships you don't really need to even invest in anymore. Because this is all geared towards, in Libra season, preparing you over the next 6 months until April to literally form the lifestyle you're destined to live, so that you can support this greater career success. And this is all preparing for Saturn to go through Aries. So yeah, that in a nutshell is what you can expect over the next 3 months. Of course, with Pluto still in your sign, reawakening these dynamics, the square we're going to have to a Pluto direct with the Libra energy is going to once again re-emphasize relative to what awakened skills and attitudes towards life you'll have coming into January of 2024, what you'll already begin to release this October of 2023. So yeah, the next 3 months is really just going to conclude on everything that you started November of last year to prepare you to transform newly November of this year. And it's going to conclude off the work you've done, the nodal shift you completed, and the next stage that you're ready to pioneer. You stay blessed as always, my friend. And until next